Welcome back to the show. Now it's dinner time in the Six Kitchen and Kwanje Chan is getting a head start on tonight's feast.
Yeah, Kwanje, remind us what you're making.
So I'm going to start off with a lovely crab and sweet corn egg fried rice.
Okay.
So it's just like a normal fried rice. I'm just going to go through the process. I have the hot wok here. All right. I'm just going to put some oil in here. This is going to be a lovely sweet kind of flavoured fried rice, you know, with the crab going through. So
we're heading into the weekend. And
I know.
Of little treats, and this is certainly one of them.
And it's a great season as well for all the shellfish and all that, you know, so lovely.
Well, there's plenty of them washing up on the beach as well, so... Yeah.
Is there, yeah?
Yeah.
So here we go, throw some egg in there. You don't want to cook it too much because you want that moisture to stick to the rice. I have some kind of cooked and chilled rice, so this will help the rice doesn't stick. All right.
Can I ask you a question? Cold rice as opposed to hot rice?
Yeah, definitely cold rice, yeah. Cold rice, because I find hot rice sticks a lot together and then you get that clumpy, gloopy kind of. When you have cooled rice, the grains kind of separate a lot more.
Okay.
And it's just a lot more easier to fry, you know, so yeah.
Okay. We're happy with that.
Yeah, so...
And a smoking hot pan.
Smoking hot pan, you want to keep it hot. You see the way the egg is kind of mixed in there together?
Yeah.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put your rice onto the one side, okay?
Okay, so you got
keep the bottom of the wok. And what I'm going to do is we're going to add in the crab, all right? Lovely bit of crab meat. You can get this, I got this in my local kind of supermarket. You can get them in little pasteurized containers as well if you don't want to, you know, start shelling stuff, but it's beautiful.
I think that's the way most of us would go, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
To avoid that extra bit of work.
But if you like the cracking crab open and taking all the meat out, you know, you're on for that as well, you know. So mix it in there, not too much. What you want to do is just kind of heat it up, and in the meantime, you're going to throw in some chopped spring onions as well. All right. Okay. And
can I ask you now? I may sound silly. The sweet corn was cooked. Had you pre-cooked the sweet corn?
No, I got some frozen sweet corn.
Frozen.
Fair enough.
Yeah, frozen sweet corn, and I just threw it in there. I have some fish sauce.
Yeah.
I love fish sauce. Are you a fan of fish sauce as well?
I love it, but you know what? Like I always say to people, it smells like wet dog.
I know,
you need in here to warn people before they have it.
Yeah, it does.
But it's really good for flavour.
But it has a really lovely flavour, you know. So have some small bit of fish sauce and also some sesame oil, all right? And what I'm going to do is throw some Shaoxing cooking wine as well. This goes really nice with it's basically like a Chinese sherry, and it goes really, really well with seafood, you know, so...
OK, we've got about a minute left.
OK. So after all this here, you want to give that a lovely fry around. Throw a small bit of soy sauce in here for colouring. All right, we want to give that salty kind of element into the rice. And what we're going to do now after this is, you can see it coming in lovely together. If you can just smell this here, it's just lovely. Throw some lime juice in here. Okay. And this will give it a kind of salty, zingy, sweet kind of flavour.
You've got it all, and even the acid with the crab will be so lovely.
Yeah. So that's it. So what we're going to do is this is for our dish later on.
Okay. Okay. I got to be honest with you. I'd eat that without the rest of the dish.
Just now, with a fork.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Thank you for now, Kwanje.
Thank you. And after the break, Professor Luke O'Neill on the latest government announcements and Russia's vaccine.
And Corkonian Olympic athletes, the O'Donovan brothers, are going for gold in Tokyo 2021. Come back to us in just a few minutes. Time now to put the finishing touches to tonight's dinner with Kwanje Chan over in the Six Kitchen.
Now, Kwanje, remind us, where did we leave off?
So we have the lovely crab and sweet corn fried rice there. And, you know, a couple of minutes before. So I have that nicely in the oven, staying warm. All right.
Excellent.
So didn't let anybody touch it. It's fine. I have some salted boiling water here. So I'm going to be doing the garlicky tiger prawns. With the lovely broccoli stir fry, all right? Beautiful. So I have some salted water. What first we want to do is cook that broccoli. So I have some broccoli florets, just broken up. I say this size is quite nice. I don't want to throw it into the stir fry raw because it's quite hard actually to cook broccoli, you know, in the stir fry. Like, so you kind of pre-cook it first, all right?
How many minutes do you give that though?
Normally I give that maybe 2 to 3 minutes, like, so it's really fast because I still want that bit of crunch in it as well.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Because we, as Irish, we overcook our vegetables constantly.
Always.
It's a real it's a real Donegal thing. I remember
Everything goes in for 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's
and
the
it comes
standard.
out brown, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, no, you don't do that, no.
2
Try
or
to keep
3
it green.
minutes, that's all it needs.
I have some lovely tiger prawns here, so, all right. And what I did with the tiger prawn is, you get them, I took the tail off them, tail bit off them, and what I did was, I kind of butterflied it a small bit extra, so you want to kind of like this, okay? So, all right, these are kind of deveined already, so if you kind of get the veins in them, just cut them open, take the vein out of it, you know, so, all right?
And did you butterfly it to devein it, or is it just to help
Well,
cook
just
it?
to give it a bit more open, you know, so
Okay.
it kind of looks nicer on the dish.
Presentation,
That's
yeah.
right, yeah. So, and also take out the vein as well. Might as
If you
well,
don't like
yeah.
the look of it, we're not going to eat it.
Totally, has to look good.
And I think it kind of, the sauce kind of clumps onto it better when it's kind of like a flatter kind of shape as well, you know, so.
Okay.
Now, what I have here is a really hot pan, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just chop some garlic in there just to flavour that oil. Okay. And quite garlicky, so I have 3 cloves of garlic in here.
Excellent.
Okay.
More garlic, the better.
Yeah. And
It'll be coming out of your pores.
And actually, when you fry that garlic off like this, you kind of lose that kind of pungent
really?
kind of
Oh,
flavour
good.
to it.
Okay.
You know, so
So that's on.
yeah.
Broccoli's busy.
You've got to be careful not to burn it at that stage, don't you?
Yeah, so you see it nicely there? That's why I chopped it up a bit thicker. Now, throw in your prawns, okay?
Oh, that sizzle
I know, yeah.
means something good is coming.
You can smell that garlicky prawns.
Already.
It's really nice, you know, so it's just, a combination is just unbelievable. So, now this is coming up nicely there. So in the meantime, when the prawns is kind of going off there, what I want to do is I want to create a little sauce for the stir. So what I have here is some stock. You can use chicken stock as well if you want, all right?
What are you using?
I'm using vegetable stock,
Okay.
all right?
Fish stock is really hard to get at the moment. Do you know
Sorry?
that? Fish stock
Is
is
it,
really
yeah?
hard to get at the moment in supermarkets. Yeah, I've had a lot of messages from people. For some reason, it's very difficult to get. So it's really good to know that alternative, that vegetable will work.
Wow. Yeah. So yeah, it's like I love using fish stock. I put a dash of I cheat like I put a dash of fish sauce in the
water?
in with the stock, like, you know, just to give it a bit of. Yeah.
That is top tip there. I'm writing that one down. That's
Gonna mix
excellent.
vegetable stock.
So I have some Shaoxing cooking wine in here.
Okay.
So if you don't have that, use a dry sherry. Okay. So you want to get that lovely sweetness in there. So I have some vegetarian kind of oyster sauce. So you can get this here. It's called a mushroom sauce. All right. Mushroom oyster sauce is called. And I have honey, oyster sauce, and I'm going to throw some soy sauce in here as well. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a small bit of, I use potato starch. A lot of people have cornflour in the house,
Yeah.
like for bacon, stuff like that. I just find it a lot better. Do you use potato starch for cooking?
No, I'm cornflour all
You're
the way. Yeah,
cornstarch,
it's
yeah.
what will be in the press, and that's what I kind of tend to gravitate.
Yeah, it's a real. I think it's a real Asian kind of thing. Like, you know,
think so.
use potato starch. I don't know why. So what I'm going to do is the broccoli is ready. So I'm going to strain that out, throw the broccoli in here. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. So
Colours.
I know, yeah, it's so good. So I'm going to put this on. And what we're going to do is you want to kind of this here to boil up, and what'll happen is the potato starch will thicken it up, and it'll coat all that lovely vegetables and all that. Okay. So in the meantime, I'm going to put my big bowl of
Yeah, Mr.
crab and
Asbestos
sweetcorn
fingers.
rice out.
Straight into the oven, bare
Didn't even
hand.
feel
I
it.
know, yeah. That's
It's
years
gas
in the
though how
kitchen.
people that work in
Yeah.
food industry.
In the
don't
food
feel
industry, yeah, you don't even feel that kind of heat anymore. So now,
Like that's thickening up so quickly, isn't it?
yeah, you see that's really coating it, yeah, and it gives it a lovely shine. So at the last moment, I want to throw some scallions in there, and what this does, it gives a kind of like a freshness, kind of oniony kind of flavour to it. That's why I want to throw it in at the last minute. Keep kind of chunks in it, and All right.
Got about a minute left, go on, Jake.
Oh, beautiful. Now this is ready. You can see that there.
Doesn't it?
It's like really coaty, you know. It's not really saucy, but it's just absolutely delicious.
Okay, well, while you're serving, we will get around to some of your comments, and thanks for everybody who's got in touch with us. Ursula got in touch and talking about Tommy Fleming and his Jeep concerts. She said, we were watching Tommy Fleming's Jeep concerts daily during lockdown. They completely lifted our spirits, and we'll never forget his kindness to us. He's a lovely fella.
That's
really
lovely. Liz from Kildare